Hi, my name is Kathy Fosno and this is Kat's Creative Corner. Welcome to Tuesday's card. Today we're going to be making this pretty little card with a butterfly and one of our new thinlits that says happy birthday. Those aren't available until, that die is not available until June 1st when our new catalog becomes active. We're going to need a piece of watercolor paper, and that watercolor paper is going to be cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and I spritzed it to make it wet. And we're also going to need a piece of 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 paper, cut it and scored at 4 1/4, and a piece of tempting turquoise that is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, I've already cut out my butterfly and my why does this always happen to me? It was right here. I cut out my butterfly and stuck it together. I can't believe this. It's on the floor, peoples. That is the way it goes for me sometimes. Okay, I don't know how that happens, but things just fly off my desk. Anyway, I cut a piece of tempting turquoise. I used the bold butterfly for the frame to get the solid butterfly, and then I use this, it's called just, let me get the right word, butterfly thinlits, that's all it's called. It's a little more delicate, and I cut that out. And then I took some glue dots and I attached it to the solid piece. So you have something that looks a little more lacy, I guess. Then I took a piece, my watercolor paper that I sprayed with my spritzer. And our spritzers come where you open them up. Well, you open them up and put water in them. There's a little tank inside here, and there it goes. It has a little tube that goes and it sprays the water. So I sprayed, I'll spray it again just to show you. And then I took 3 of my inkers, and I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. This card I splashed, but with this card, I'm going to do it more of a wash. I like that a little bit better, I decided. So I'm going to start with some Melon Mambo I have using my re-inker, and I'm put some water in there, and I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to drop it in different places and kind of push it around. And then to rinse, this is your aqua painter, and it also has a little tube that you can fill with water. And so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm rinsing this one out a little bit, and I'm gonna do a little bit of water here, a little bit of squeezing. If you don't want it wet, you don't want to squeeze it. So, okay, now I'm gonna take some garden green, and I'm just gonna drop it in some places. I don't want it everywhere. I don't want that to be the dominant color. Okay, so I'm going to clean it off, and that's how you clean it, is you just take your brush and you wipe it till nothing comes out. And then the last color is our tempting turquoise. We need that because that's going to be the basis of our background that's attached. So we want to get that and get it in the spots. You can leave some of those white spots if you like, but just make it pretty to the way you like it. And then I would take a paper towel and kind of wipe it, blot it, not wipe. If you wipe, you're going to get a smear. So now you have a really pretty background, and I have a heat tool so that I can do this right away. Normally I would just set this aside and let it dry, but I wanted to make it so you could see it, so I am using a heat tool. Now to get that from curling, you can spray the back of this a little bit and it'll uncurl it and then dry it on this side. And as you can see, it's flattening out. Now, if you take time to do it on your, to do it and let it dry naturally, then you may have to put it under something heavy so that it lays flat. Okay. So there's your piece, and it's still a little damp, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it so that you get to see the project. And I'm going to take my Tempting Turquoise, and you can see it's going to pick up that Tempting Turquoise in the picture as you look at it. You can see it. It's kind of bringing out that. So if you'd have done the Mellow Mambo or the Garden Green, you would bring out those colors more, but I kind of like the Tempting Turquoise today. You never know what's going to be my favorite color for the day. It's still pretty damp, so my paper is kind of curling up. So try to get it completely dry before you do it. Don't do as I do, do as I say, right? Okay, so now we want to put our happy birthday on, and I am going to remove this sheet because it's kind of wet. I always have a lot of my grid paper with me. And I'm going to take my Tombow. Now, with my Tombow, this is actually a mixed solution. It is our fine tip glue and multi-purpose glue mixed together. So I just waited till my bottle was a little empty and then just added the multi-purpose glue, the fine tip glue to it. Now, I'm just going really lightly. I don't want it to overflow on the edges. Now you could use just the fine tip glue, or you could use the sponge method that I've shown before. But for now, I'm just doing this because it's just a quick little card. I don't want to make it so complicated. But you want to get the tips, you want to get the edges, because if you don't, then it's going to lift up and you won't like that, because then it could tear off easier. Okay, so now I've got it pretty well glued up, and I'm going to put that right on the bottom there, like that. And then I'm going to take, let's go ahead and just move that, and I'm going to add this piece to my Very Vanilla cardstock. That's going to be wrong. Lift up. You got to do it quick. Let me go ahead and glue that just a little bit more. Okay, now I want it this way. You always have to make sure which side your opening is on. You like that? Can you see the happy birthday? I think I like that. Well, let's see. Let's get your butterfly on. And how I'm going to put that on is I'm going to use some Stamping Dimensionals, which were right here. How do things get up and move on me? I'd like to know. Well, instead, we're not going to use Stamping Dimensionals because I don't know where they went. We're just going to do it. See, there's always another way. And I'm going to put my little butterfly, whoops, you want to put it to where you can see your happy birthday and let it fit into the envelope. You don't want your wings sticking too far over. Okay, so now we're going to take some pearls and we're going to put down the center of the butterfly. Oops. Just to give it a little bling. Maybe move that up just a little bit. I kind of like it in a row. I love our pearls and our rhinestones, and they are changing them, so you haven't been able to get them for a few weeks. But there, that card is done. What do you think? I love it. I like this one. I think I like this one a lot better than this one. Can you leave in the comments and let me know which one you like best? We'll call this number 1 and this number 2. Let me know which one you like the best. Thank you for coming by, and watching me do my videos. If you have anything you'd like me to create for you online, just give me a note, just make a comment, and I'll try to do something that you might like. I am going to maybe be a little late on some of my videos the next couple of weeks because my mom is doing her treatments for her lung cancer and I need to be there for her. So I'm going to be trying to be consistent, but hang in there and we'll get through this and my mom will get through it and everything will be all okay. Thanks for coming by.